Hello everyone, today we're going to be doing a little rant on Halo. I know it's real original, because just about everybody else in the Halo community has done a video like this before, but this one might be a little different than what you've heard before. This one is, I'm doing this completely unscripted. I'm just going to be showing footage of me playing some Halo mods in the background, but this is just a free-form video about my thoughts about the future of Halo. I'm going to be real with you, just straight out. I think mods are the only future Halo has. Halo Studios can put out a Halo 1 remake and whatever else they have planned, but let's be real, are they even really going to do it justice? Do they have the understanding of Halo 1 that the modders do? Can they make a better product than even the modders that are making high quality mods for classic Halo games for free just to give something to the community? Alright, I know Halo started as a big Xbox thing, and a lot of Xbox players didn't have mods, or it was hard to get mods back then, but I urge all Halo fans, please look at mods if you have not lately. I'm going to be real, I kind of stepped away from the whole a modding scene a couple years ago, and coming back to it and looking at the projects that have come out in the past few years and really looking at them and playing through them, it's insane what people are making now. I mean, I remember back then when it was just like Halo 3 and Reach, mods for those games, I mean, they weren't on PC or anything so much, so, you know, they couldn't really make too crazy of mods probably, but really the only mods that were being made were just goofy weapons, or putting weapons on maps that you can't normally have, or, you know, you can drive a Scarab, but it's a little janky, or, you know, you can fly this big ship, you can use this big explosive gun, you know, goofy stuff, non-serious stuff that's just there because, you know, you can't normally have it otherwise. Stuff like that. But the reality is, modding has come a very, very long way. I mean, I remember when it was kind of cool to see entire levels, and all the levels had custom assets, polished assets, or just really nice level design, or a fun gimmick. You know, they would just be like one level mods that would take you 30 minutes to an hour to beat. And now we have entire campaigns. Entire campaigns. Sometimes. But even if it's just one level, that level is usually so well crafted, handmade, I mean made with passion. I mean, they're all just brimming with passion, alright? They don't require a strong computer to play usually, because there's a lot of ones for classic Halo. Those are not very intensive on computers or anything. And these modders have been, I mean, they've been doing this for a while. They've gotten very good at it. They've gotten to understand the game on a very deep level. I mean, I think there are a lot of mods I played where I had more fun in like a single segment of it than I did at any aspect of Halo Infinite. There's just something about it that just makes you fall in love with classic Halo games all over again. They completely replicate that feeling of first stepping down without completely just redoing it. I mean, there are like loads of rebalance campaigns, or campaigns where they just add some stuff, and you know, I mean, even those are fun. If you're tired of like the same predictable repetitive campaign over and over again, those campaign mods can really freshen a playthrough, and it's a really nice way to re-experience an old favorite. But if you want like a brand new experience, some things you've never seen in Halo before, like a whole new feel while still being Halo, there's plenty of other custom mission mods out there for that kind of stuff too. And if these mods are so good, right, and they're free, alright, what can Halo Studios do to really compete with that, you know? I mean, look, if you like Halo Infinite, that's fine. I'm not gonna hate on you. You know, I know there's definitely some enjoyment to come out of it. You know, there's a whole lot of stuff you can do in multiplayer. If you like open world campaigns, you know, it's definitely the game for you. But let's look at what's been going on with the Halo community in the past few years, alright? What's happened since Halo Infinite's release? And what are we looking forward to right now? I mean, what's going on, you know? I remember when Halo Infinite came out, we were all waiting for announcements of story DLCs and maybe like a Battle Royale spin-off. I mean, I wasn't looking forward to that, but I think everyone was expecting like some kind of spin-off or some kind of side game or big side mode, but we never got that. And we still haven't gotten really much of anything since Halo Infinite came out. We have no idea where they're going to take this story. It's kind of just all floating up in the air right now, and no one knows when they're going to move it forward, because if they're doing a Halo 1 remake, well, it's a Halo 1 remake. I mean, maybe it'll be good, maybe it'll be bad, but we're not stepping into new territory. They're treading over old ground, and I'm afraid that they just don't seem like they understand Halo quite like they need to. Halo 1 is a very special game. It's not just the beginning of the franchise. Even if the rest of the franchise didn't exist, that game on its own, self-contained, is just, it's a unique gaming experience. I mean, there's a reason it became such a hit. It was such a perfect blend of like a sci-fi military shooter with horror. The music just complements the atmosphere and the level design so well. Everything was so delicately fine-tuned with the game design, with the controls. I mean, everything, you couldn't really ask for much better at that time. So, that's why there's a franchise at all. Most of the campaign mods for Halo 1 just kind of rebalance the sandbox, or maybe add weapons or vehicles. They just add things. But, there's a lot of campaign mods out there. A lot of variations. You can just take your pick on which one you want to try or which one you want to stick to. But, remaking the entire game in what's likely going to be a different engine. How extensively is this going to be remade? Are we talking like a full redesign of the levels? Are we going to add a level, subtract a level, change the level design? How extensive of a remake are we doing here? Are we adding in other canon characters from the books, Linda or Major Sill, or are we gonna do it like that? Because I could be down for that. If you want to turn the Flood book into the game, I guess I could be behind that. But even if they do that, even if they redesign it in a nice way, I've got a feeling that it's just not gonna feel the same as the original. The original just has that original aesthetic that comes from the combined, graphics, atmosphere, soundtrack, level design, everything coming together, to form that unique atmosphere you can only really find in that specific game. There is not even another Halo that replicates that feeling. Some of the mods for Halo 1 can, but, only as, if the game was not already with that whole aesthetic, they probably couldn't really make mods for it, But they're not making a mod for Halo 1. They're remaking it from the ground up in a whole new engine. So, where is that future going to lead, huh? What kind of future are we heading into if the only project we're looking for is a most likely true rumor about a Halo 1 remake? And Halo 7 is even further in the future, probably years and years away, not even worth thinking about right now. And no sign of spin-offs anywhere. What's going on? Halo Wars 2 was a pretty big hit, I thought. That was probably the least polarizing game released after Bungie's departure from the franchise. I think most people enjoyed it, maybe even more than the first Halo Wars in some cases. I think it's the game that people argue about the least. It wasn't made by 343, it was made by Creative Assembly. Very well received, and it's a spin-off. Made them pretty good money, I'm sure. And hey, it was something to tide people over after Halo 5, and it even takes place after Halo 5 instead of being a prequel. So, it continues the story in some way. I don't know how much of a major story changer it was supposed to be when it first came out, but it kind of turned into the main story because it introduced the Banished. That's where they came from, was a spin-off game. And then they were taken and used in Halo Infinite because 343 was running out of villains. They took down the villains that they set up in Halo 4 pretty quickly in Halo 5. Halo 5 had a really big villain problem. Really the whole story was just a mess in that game. So, yeah, they literally just saw Halo Wars 2 and they were like, you know what, let's just continue off that story. Let's bring the Banished into the next main game because we don't have any more potential villains because nobody likes Cortana as the villain. So we're gonna just, not have her be the villain anymore. We're just gonna quickly, speed run her entire character arc through, hologram messages and all that stuff and just kind of gloss over her entire villain arc and just focus on the Banished. So, what future do we have if we don't look at mods? We got no foreseeable spin-offs. The next main game is years away. If there is a Halo 1 remake, I'm sure they're going to announce it probably this summer. Enough time has passed. My guess is it's either going to release this year or next year, and if it's going to release this year, they're definitely going to announce it this summer. So hey, we got a Halo 1 remake to look forward to, and then who knows for the next years. It's been known now since Helldivers 2 came out that Microsoft has been pitched several, like dozens of spin-offs by people in 343 or some other company or studio at Microsoft. They've been pitched dozens of spin-off game ideas and shot down every single one of them. So we could have had a few spin-off games probably once a year, or once every couple years at least, before Halo Infinite even came out. And those games would have been more than enough to tide us over. And now Halo is really gonna suffer, because we got the Halo Infinite and then we got the Halo Paramount show back to back. That was, that's the franchise just being dragged through the mud and just, not even helping them up. Halo Infinite was not a complete disappointment. I think it's a mixed bag, which is really unfortunate because they really needed a big win. They really needed to come back with that, and now there's very little hope of it returning to even pre-Halo 5 Halo at this point. It's a whole new beast now, and no one even knows what they're going to do now. Are they going to bring back the Flood? Maybe, but they already brought in the Endless in Halo Infinite, so, it kind of trivializes what they brought. And the whole idea of the Endless is just a stupid idea anyways. They should have just brought back the Flood, really. So the future of Halo with mods is there are several passionate mod creators out there, and they have made some very good mods. I'm showing you in this video right now these incredible mods, and these have all been made in the past few years. People are really becoming proficient with the modding tools. They're able to make entire campaigns now, and I'm able to just lose myself in these campaigns the same way I lost myself playing Halo games before I completely memorized every single level in them. They are such skilled modders that they can recapture that feeling. And the combined efforts of the modders put out a lot of mods constantly, a lot of high quality mods constantly coming out. There's always new projects to look forward to. They're never years away, they're usually within a year. So how do we compare Halo Studios giving us a new game every 4 or maybe 5 years compared to mods that come out pretty frequently? There's several mods being made by several authors every year, and of course it makes sense that these modders have an easier time because they're just mods, they're not entire games. But yet, I have more fun playing these mods than any 343 Industries or Halo Studios game that will come out, more than likely. So in the end, who does the future of Halo really belong to? Sure, Halo Studios is, they are the new Halo company, but does it really, truly belong to them? Are they the ones that will carry Halo into the future? I would really like to think that the modders are the ones that are carrying Halo into the future, bringing it into the modern lens, and bringing it to its maximum potential for the kind of fun factor it can bring out, and the kind of experience you can have while playing it. Truly, I believe this is a scenario where the modders are the inheritors of what was created by Bungie long ago, as they seem to be making better products for free compared to 343 Industries and Halo Studios' complete mismanagement of the franchise for over 10 years now. It's just that, after so much time, it becomes clear who really controls the future of Halo, like the real Halo. This may sound pretentious, this may sound like, that I'm giving just mods a lot more credit than they're worth, but really, they are becoming really so well made now. They're about on par with the original campaigns in some instances. So in my opinion, speaking as a longtime fan and possibly someone who's just way too hateful of how 343 and Halo Studios has managed the franchise, it's in my opinion that really the modders are the ones that control the future of Halo in truth. Even if it's a smaller scale, lower audience, they are truly making much higher quality things with Halo than 343 ever did, in my opinion. So yeah, that's just my thoughts on the future of Halo, who's really steering it. If you're looking at official Halo Studios Halo, you're going to be waiting years and years and years for something that's inevitably just going to disappoint. With modders, mods are free, easy to install and use on Master Chief Collection. There's always high quality mods coming out. It seems like there's so many mods out there that it's hard to even pick which ones to play through first, because there's just so many good ones out there, and they all really freshen up the game or add something to the game or just make something brand new out of an old engine, and it's all very admirable. So yeah, that's just what I think about the future of the franchise. So I'm just gonna let this video end, and I will say thank you to the 100 new subscribers I've gained recently. I've been wanting to become a Halo YouTuber for some time now, but I never really had an opportunity to really put out some good videos. Anyway, so that's pretty much it for this video. I guess I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.